sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Nanya Sing. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash that subscribe button, turn on the notification so you get notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I want to say a very big shout out to every one of you for all the support and love you all give me here. I am truly grateful. Thank you all so much. So today we're talking something really very vital, and it's about biracials counseling themselves. You know, one actually started by saying that she is getting loads of backlash for saying that she is a black person, right? And she's also saying that black people do not want to accept her for who she is, and that this is racism. And you know what? I mean, her fellow biracials actually came out to, cancel her, and other people also, like, you know, talked about it. And you know what, the canceling was just like, woo. Said close to the screen. Let me roll this clip. We'll come back to talk about it, and I absolutely want to read all your comments. I want to know what you all think. And before we get into this, before I roll this clip, I want to ask, why do they all want to identify as black? Because I don't understand it. Why people want to identify as black? Other people want, like, why are they so pressed to be black? Because I don't get it. So straight up, let me roll the clip.
Oh, if y'all want to hate me for being proud of who I am, go ahead.
No one hates you for who you are, and no one cares that you are mixed. They care that you identify as a black woman, simply because you took a DNA test that says you're 30% black. I'm a half black woman, and I don't even identify as a black woman. It wouldn't even make any sense. I don't look like a black woman. I'm mixed. You said in another video that you had experienced the hardships that mixed people with black faces have had. No, you haven't. I haven't even had that, and I'm actually half black, and I don't look white. My children are 25% black, and they will navigate through this world as white children. They are mixed, but the world will always see them as white children, unless I'm standing in the room. How many times am I going to be standing in the room? I feel like us racially ambiguous mixed people who grew up in white spaces are the only people this has to be explained to. Because if the world saw you as black and you grew up in a white space, it wouldn't matter. No one would have to explain this to you. Because what's understood doesn't need to be explained. You would have lived the black experience. Have I been discriminated against? Absolutely. In America, your proximity to whiteness gets you treated better. Black people are the furthest from white, so they get treated the worst. It matters.
A real hot girl shit. Hot girl something.
And this is exactly why a lot of people feel like mixed people shouldn't claim being black. They should claim being mixed or biracial. And I'm kind of 50-50 with it, because I know there are some people who have full-on black moms and dad and still don't look black. So I'm like iffy with it. But then there's people who are like her, whereas, like, you know, you don't look black, but you also know the adversity that comes with being black, or you see the things that happen to black people just for being black, and you're gonna sit here and claim being black. It's like almost disrespectful, if you ask me. I'm sure she was just fishing for attention, but we all know that if you don't look black, you don't go through the black experience. Point blank, period. I'm not saying you don't endure through some part of a black experience, but if you do not look black, there's no possible way you can go through the black experience, because no one will treat you like a black person. I just think it's really problematic, because these are the same type of people who will claim that it's okay for them to say the N-word, but you know no one will ever use that word against you. Or, like, just say that I'm 10% Asian or 25% Asian, but I look like this. If I made a video and was like, oh, I'm the only Asian person in here, everybody would literally look at me crazy, because I don't look Asian and no one would treat me like I'm Asian. But anyways, I can go on and on about this. I just think it's weird, and I think it's disrespectful. Point blank.
So you guys have seen this girl, right? She made a video recently at the lake saying she was the only black person at the lake. Cool. Yeah. We understand phenotypes and genetic makeups. You can have a black parent and a white parent and come out looking like this, right? Phenotypes. But that doesn't change how the world perceives you. So people were rightfully like, hey, you don't look black. And so she got upset.
How much of a raging narcissist do you have to be in order to have the audacity to tell a stranger on the internet that you've never met their family, don't know anything about their lives? You have the audacity to tell this stranger that you know more about their genetic makeup than they do.
This is all well and good. Yes, you can be upset if somebody is discounting your blackness if you are actually a black person. But she forgot that she has other videos on her TikTok.
Mom,
Very clearly in that video, she says mom. So this white woman up here, that's mom. Okay, cool. She was giving off white woman energy to begin with, so we'll give her that. She has a white mom. Well, then when you're trying to find information about dad, this popped up.
Cause I'm on top of the world. I'm on top.
But Xavier, that could just be a random white man walking behind her. That couldn't possibly be her father. Or could it be? We were rooting for you. I have so many people that follow me on TikTok who are mixed, right? So they're black. They have a white parent and a black parent, and their phenotype, they look white. But from the beginning, she was looking off because she was claiming to be black, not understanding the nuance of phenotypes, that when she's at the lake, nobody's going to be sitting there looking at her saying, ooh, there's one black person here. No, they look at her and they say, that is a white woman. That all would have been cool, but she got onto David Brancaccio's internet and lied about being black for clout. It used to be that you all had a little bit of bronze in your skin with the, some curls in your hair, and then you'd claim to be black, right? But no, no, you threw that right out the window. Now you're coming onto the internet looking like a whole bowl of Ritz crackers, just claiming to be black. As much as you don't want to claim them, unfortunately, ma'am, these are your peoples. I'm Nigel Thornberry, and this is napkin-flavored nonsense. Smashing.
Cares that you are mixed. They care that you identify as a black woman. Simply.
This was really nice to see on my FYP. Like, it kind of made my Friday. It's Friday, right? It's nice to have that validation, I guess, or that confirmation from a biracial person who can be honest about the situation. You're biracial, you're not black. We are in two different communities, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Listen, I am outspoken. I sometimes don't have a filter, and for the most part, I really just don't care what anyone thinks about me. So I speak my truth, I speak my mind. I've been very vocal about gatekeeping the Black girl community, and people don't like that. And while I stand by my convictions, quietly, sometimes I do be thinking to myself, should I have kept that to myself? Was it worth losing a potential friend over? And yeah, it was. It was. I mean, the people pleaser in me, the girl who wants friends so badly, would have been quiet about it, would have kept that to herself. And that would have eaten me up inside, especially when there would be times when a biracial person would try to speak over me as a black girl. And there have been times when a biracial person has tried to out-black me, literally compete with me for who was blacker, being a whole biracial person. Weird, right? And why should I have to deal with that on top of racism, on top of being a woman? I shouldn't. So I'm really glad that they stood by their convictions even more so than me and were like, fuck out of here, Dawn. I'm really glad. But yeah, I really appreciate biracial people who have some damn common sense and who can be honest about these kind of things. It's like, we can be cool, we are family on some level, but we are in two different communities, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think we did the right thing. Yeah.
So I say this as a mixed person who's had videos go viral and then get dogpiled in my TikTok comments. But I think the most important thing for mixed people to understand, black people cannot be racist towards mixed people. Someone who's darker than you cannot be colorist towards you. Just like how black people can't be racist to white people. That's not how it works. Regardless of how mean you think the internet is being to you, none of that equals oppression. You still hold privilege and power in this dynamic. A lot of people have a lot of opinions over which mixed people are allowed to call themselves black or whether any should, and I'm not going to go into that right now. All I'm going to say is if you study the history of mixed people in this country, you'll understand why black people have good reason to be wary and cautious of us. We have consistently used our proximity to whiteness to throw them under the bus and enjoy privileges they didn't have access to.
She nailed it. She absolutely absolutely nerdy. Like, I don't know, but this is a white woman. I don't see, she doesn't even look biracial to start with. But if she's biracial, why is she claiming black? Like, by all means, forcing herself to, like, you know, she just want to be black and she wants to just be accepted. When I don't even see that black features and all that. I mean, it's kind of crazy how they do not like black people, but at any point they just want to, like, you know, be black and all that. I just don't get it. It's just like, you know, make it make sense, because it's really not my thing. This is where I'm gonna draw the curtain. Thank you all so much for all the support. And okay, before I go, I actually love, like, you know, how they educated her. It's kind of so fun to watch. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.